What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. First, I want to start off this video by saying rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. In college, Rich Homie Quan was the soundtrack to a lot of my college, my everyday college life. Walking to class, going to a party, kicking it on the yard, being in the student union. You hear me? Like, I'm talking about riding in the car with my homies, like my boys and them. Like, that was really Rich Homie, blah 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 type of way. You hear me? I know with Yo Gotti, I heard with Gucci Mane, I'm trying to think differences. What my other joint was. Walk through. All of these different. I told y'all, like, when I was in college, I was Mr. Mississippi Valley State University. And I was about to. I had a coronation, right? You have coronation. You pick a song to walk down the aisle, walk down to the throne to, and I almost picked "Walk Through," but I ended up choosing Jay-Z. Excuse Me, Miss, the instrumental to that because it was so smooth, it was so player, right? But I'm a big fan of Rich Homie Quan. And seeing that what happened to Quan yesterday made me really want to have a discussion with a lot of my black men about drug usage. And drug usage is bad for anybody, but I'm speaking to my black folks in particular because I know a lot of stuff that happens in the communities that we come from have caused or led to a lot of brothers self-medicating and women too. But I know a lot of black males start self-medicating. They start, popping pills, drinking lean, smoking all different type of stuff. They don't know what's in it, just to try to take their mind off a lot of the trauma that they dealt with in their everyday life, right? And so, although I understand the pain and hurt that a lot of people in our communities endure, and experience, there are other ways to feel better about life. There are other ways to move forward and to decompress and to take your mind off a lot of the crazy stuff you've seen. Black men it's no problem with going and seeking out a therapist. It's no issue with going to talk to one of your close friends, your family members, your mother, your father. There's no problem with finding a positive outlet that doesn't deal with you being inebriated or deal with you being, again, high off all these different drugs, all that different type of stuff. You can, if you never played the game, play the video game, go for a walk, go play basketball, go to the gym, you know what I mean? Read something, go to the arcade, etc. You know what I mean? But, the way that I've been seeing a lot of young entertainers, not even just entertainers, young black folks die off drug overdoses recently, it's ridiculous. People have been putting fentanyl in these pills and lean and all that type of stuff, and people start drinking stuff, taking stuff, they don't know what's in it, and they end up passing away at a young age. Rich Homie Quan had children, I believe, at least one child, if not two. One child I know for sure, I believe, right? And you think you want to be here as long as you can for your children. I myself have two children. I don't want to do anything that'll take me away from my kids. I don't want to do that. I can't do that, man. I gotta be here for my babies. I have to. And so I know a lot of black men, even if you don't have children, your family, your parents don't want to outlive you. You know what I mean? A lot of people love you on this earth, but they don't want you to be gone. So please stay away from these drugs, man. You don't know what these people are doing to these drugs. You don't know what, they have mixed all into these drugs that could take your life in an instant. That's why, like, I ain't gonna lie, Super Gremlin is my song, right? I love that song, Kodak Black. When my man said, I know the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin, I was like, that line, like, yeah, it's funny and cool to say in a song, but I'm like, yo, it's people that's really out here living by their lifestyle, taking these drugs, they don't care what's in it, just to try to get high, just to try to medicate, just to try to get to whatever's on their mind, off of their mind, and taking stuff, you don't know what's in it, and it can lead to your death. So, yeah, man, we got to leave these drugs alone, y'all. We got to leave these drugs alone. That lean, them pills, this stuff will kill you. This will have you out here lifeless. And if it doesn't in your life, I see brothers who never be the same after using them drugs. They get addicted on it. They can't shake it. And they have they have a calling for it every step of the way. They can't do nothing without doing this drug. I remember watching Rich Homie Quan on Mav Hoffa's podcast. I believe Hoffa reposted the clip. And he was talking about how he had a Molly addiction, right? MDMA. He couldn't do anything he couldn't perform without taking it. He couldn't make a song without taking it. This brother's an entertainer. How often do you think he's performing, y'all? A lot. A lot. Right? And if you can't make music, that's your profession, you can't perform without it, oh my God. Quan probably was high every other time you saw him. I mean, and that couldn't be done well to his body overall. And what does that do to your spirit? What does that do to your spirit, man? I'm sure it makes people not really want to be around you a lot of times. You might become a zombie or a shell of yourself. And I wondered during the time when we didn't see him for a long while, was it because of the fact that he had an addiction he was trying to shake? That he didn't, it was affecting other ways, or was it affecting his creativity? Was it affecting him in his personal life to where he couldn't even be on track to perform or make some more music? It could have very well been that. You know what I mean? But black men, we got to take care of ourselves. I got to take better care of myself, get in better shape, lose weight, right? I go to the doctor quite often to make sure everything else is okay, right? But we all got to make sure we okay, man. Cut all that drinking and smoking and all, like, just a lot of stuff that keep you zombified. You know what I mean? Like, cut all the, like, them pill popping, all of that. You got to relax on that, man, because you want to be here as long as you can on this earth. I feel like I got a mission that I have to accomplish on this earth before I leave, and I have not accomplished that mission yet. And again, I want to be here for my children as long as possible. So, and I know a lot of people do. I'm sure Quan did too. I'm sure Quan really did too. But unfortunately, from what it seems, allegedly, a drug got the best of him. My condolences to his family, his loved ones, his girlfriend, his children, again, his friends, all of that. This is horrific. That's devastating. That's hurtful. Again, a lot of times we living on this world, we don't think the person that we love is gonna be gone the very next day when they not sick. They ain't nothing, they not ailing from anything. They going through everyday life, acting regular, and then the next day you wake up, they're deceased. His girlfriend say she thought he would just sleep on the couch. She put a cover on him, took their kid to school, came back. She checked, he was still in the same place. She thought it was odd. He wasn't breathing. He ain't had no pulse. That's tragic, man. Black men, please, we got to take better care of ourselves. We got to be serious about our health and being here for our people, children, people we love. Leave them drugs alone, y'all. You can medicate. You can get help and heal in other ways. Seek a therapist. Seek other extracurricular activities.